Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, it works?
So next is this one, back is this one.
Okay. All right, so good afternoon. How many people have heard about, how many people have seen the Victoria Falls? Okay, that's a good number. Okay, that's really good. So that's where the name of the project that I'm going to talk about, that's where it comes from. Yeah, so I am Humphrey, a simple Bitcoin prep from Zambia. Yeah, and this project, Bitcoin Victoria Falls, was founded by Adam. Adam is a Bitcoiner from the US, and myself. Yeah, so just to make it as simple as possible, the focus of the project is, of course, it's a Bitcoin secure economy, and we focus on two main things. The first one is education, and then the second one is onboarding merchants into accepting Bitcoin. Yeah, so for our education, let me just, okay. So for our education, we use My First Bitcoin. Some of you have already heard of it. So it's an open source Bitcoin education, which was founded in El Salvador. Yeah, so how do we do what we do, or what methods do we use to actually to try to spread the awareness? So the first one is we hold meetups. So these are Bitcoin meetups. We usually hold one meetup every month. Yeah, and to do basically is we answer people's questions. And it's interesting because a lot of people have a lot of questions about Bitcoin. Yeah, partly because in Zambia there's a history of scammers, so crypto scammers. So they tell people and entice people that if you join this crypto group, you'll be making some money every week, 20% or 10% or something like that. So we answer people's questions about Bitcoin, but we also try to get people to download Bitcoin wallets so that they test and know how Bitcoin feels like. Yeah, and then the second thing we do is we hold physical classes. Yeah, so the curriculum we use is My First Bitcoin, and these are like 5-week classes, and we basically try to teach everything that someone who is a beginner who needs to know about Bitcoin. Yeah, and then the third thing, we started doing this recently. We were inspired by Bitcoin advocacy, so we tried to find shops who might be interested to learn about Bitcoin and to use their shops as a way to spread the awareness about Bitcoin. So we spent some shops with Bitcoin brands. So we have painted Machankura, we have painted Strike, we have painted Brink, and of course our brand Bitcoin Victoria Falls. And what we do is we try to create some incentive around that by giving them some sats and also encouraging them to start accepting Bitcoin in their business. Yeah, so our project is only like I would say less or maybe exactly a year old. Yeah, and we already have like over 7 merchants which already accept Bitcoin. 4 of which they are already on a BTC map, so you can check for that if you wish. So we have got Jolly Boys. So this is a place where if you want accommodation, and also we have a restaurant there. So accommodation, restaurant. Bitwheel is a taxi business. One of the founder of this company took a course and decided, okay, I'll start accepting Bitcoin. And then Nature Trek, also the founder of this tour company is a guy who took our course, and he offers a lot of different activities. If you can see the Victoria Falls and you can pay everything in Bitcoin. Yeah, and then another one is New Vessel Technology. So this guy does a lot of printing and other accessories. Yeah. So I'll just talk a bit about what we have done so far in 2024. So we had 9 meetups. So as I mentioned, we try to have 1 meetup a month. We have had 3 cohorts, and then we have educated over 43 students so far. We have onboarded 7 merchants to start accepting Bitcoin. And this is something big. We already set up a Bitcoin translation team. So what these guys do is that they translate Bitcoin material into local languages. So far we have translated 3 main languages: Nyanja, Bemba, and Tonga. Yeah, and what they were translating was my first Bitcoin workbook. Yeah, so these are some of this is like our goals for 2025. So we try to make it as simple as possible so that we keep it always at the back of our mind. So we plan to have 12 meetups, because 12 months in a year, and then 8 cohorts. Last year we had 3 cohorts, so we are trying to do more than double. And then we'll also be focusing on onboarding more merchants. Although we have discovered something, though, we have discovered that Bitcoin education itself is more important than onboarding merchants. Because there are some people we try to onboard, and then 2 weeks later, because they didn't have education, you find that they are not accepting Bitcoin. And then the third one that we are trying to focus the most on is educating over 100 students. So each cohort we have, because these are physical classes, we try to have a maximum of 20 students in each cohort. Well, could you help me with the next slide? I think it's no longer working. All right. Yeah, so this slide is for those people who might be interested to visit Bitcoin Victoria Falls Circular Economy. So we have a lot of things there, actually. So the Victoria Falls is one of the 7 wonders of the world, so you can actually see it if you have never seen it. There's activities like whitewater rafting if you like dangerous things. I tried it once, I almost died, but people don't die, so so you can try that. Of course, there's also safari and seeing wildlife, yeah, and many other activities. So if you want to visit, or if you have visited, you can come again. I encourage you to come again, because this time it will be different, because you will pay in Bitcoin. Yeah, so that's what for you guys. Thank you so much. So could you just show that again? We have got, we are on Nostr, and also we are on Twitter. So if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Nostr and Twitter, Bitcoin Victoria Falls. Yeah, unless there are questions.
So good question. So if one wants to come visit, you mentioned one travel company.
Yes.
Yeah,
So you can talk to them, or if you have a BTC app, you can actually see them on BTC map. They have their details there. Or, of course, you can just contact us on Twitter or Nostr. We'll be able to help with that. Any other question? No question? All right. Thank you so much.